Here's my new Lenovo Yoga X1 Gen 4. This machine here is a Lenovo Yoga X1 Gen 2. I've been using the Gen 2 for the last few months. I thought I'd buy myself top of the range Yoga after using this. I've gone for the over $4,000 Gen 4, highly spec'd. This Gen 4's got a 4K HDR screen. This Gen 2's only got a 1080p screen. Now, both of them now are at full brightness, so when I focus on them, one thing I noticed is the full brightness on the old one does look kind of grey compared to this, which does look more white. However, this definitely looks like it's got a tinge of red through it, which I am not happy with. This, on the other hand, it seems like the backlight is more of a cool color. It's easier on my eyes. I prefer that to this kind of red tinge. But the tinge isn't really the problem, and that's not why I'm making this video. Now, for reference, this still has the factory image on it from Lenovo with all of their drivers and optimization software and whatever else they've included. This has had a fresh install of Windows 10 on it a while ago. It's got the Lenovo drivers installed on top, but it's a base was just Windows 10. It wasn't out of the box like that. So I don't know if this is a software thing. I'm going to wipe the Yoga, the Gen 4 Yoga, and I'm going to install just Windows and see what happens there. But my big problem is what happens when I start to turn the backlight down. Now, on the old one, as you would expect, as the backlight goes down, it just gets less bright. No problem there. Perfect. This, on the other hand, doesn't act the same way. As soon as I turn the brightness down by any margin, so even down 1 bar, the screen starts to flicker. Now, it's more perceptible through the camera, but the reason I thought to pull the camera out was because I started getting a headache, and I felt that if I kind of moved my head or my eyes real quick, I would have kind of like the color banding you get with a DLP projector, except it was only red. So look at what happens when I turn the brightness down. It starts to flicker. The more it goes down, the worse it is. So that's all the way down, where if you compare it to this, of course, look, all the way down, not flickering. I'm going to go to some slow motion video. The slow motion camera will definitely show this a bit better. As you can see, it's bad enough just with the normal camera. It's something I could still sort of perceive with the naked eye, but the camera definitely helped me see it. But the slow motion really shows that there's this red bar that's moving constantly. I don't know if it's software. I really hope it is, because there's no way I can use this. This. I'm supposed to spend all my day on the computer. I can't look at this thing for more than half an hour. This will be absolutely useless to me. So I'm going to wipe the machine, fresh install of Windows, and we'll see if it's still happening. So I went to reinstall Windows, plugged in my USB stick, hit F12 to bring up the boot menu, and then I realized that because it's running a UEFI BIOS, the boot menu has a nice graphical user interface to it. That is white, and I can clearly see here that same deal as Windows, our screen's flashing. So I'm going to flick over to some slow motion video to show this better. But basically, if this is happening here in the BIOS, essentially, there's nothing in Windows that's going to fix it. It's a hardware problem. So I'll have to return this machine. And this took over a month from when I ordered it to show up, so I guess it'll be another month and a bit without a computer. So it looks like I'm going back to a MacBook. Great.